All right. And the reason why I say that is because you need to alleviate the sex addiction before you really get in a serious relationship. Because a lot of us, we acquire a sex addiction in this lifestyle, regardless of what position you're in. Okay. But specifically for bottoms and stuff, the reason why I'm saying this is because I am saying a whole lot about what y'all, y'all body count and all this other stuff. So just to be fair to y'all and just to be keeping it 100 with y'all, one advantage that y'all can have is if y'all do all that stuff I just said, check off all that, deal with yourselves, turn over a new leaf to where you're a new person. Like basically, you got to phase over into a whole nother person, another version of yourself, a more mature, evolved version of yourself. And then when you're celibate for that certain amount of time, you'll have a whole lot of spiritual awakenings, a whole bunch of growth that you're gonna go through that you can't even imagine, right? Then after that, if you meet somebody and it's something serious, now I feel like you will still be a good candidate and still be valuable. Like that's restoring your value a bit. Now you may never get to where you were in the beginning, because before you're damaged, that's when you're really at your purest. But this is how you'll become a more evolved, fixed version that's even better, possibly, than you being fresh out the box. Because now you're experienced, you've actually dealt with a lot of issues that a lot of other people haven't, which puts you above emotionally. Emotional maturity is very important and more valuable than even the body count thing. All right. So if a man will still find you as very much so valuable if you've gotten all that done. What I'm saying is, if you think you getting ready to come around as a bottom and you got all this trauma from all these other dudes, and then I'm supposed to deal with all that and with a loose hole, that's just not going down. All right, you need to repair and restore. All right, real talk. Like it's recovery around this. What a lot of y'all need to do. Y'all need to sit back, be to yourselves, focus on yourselves, and actually be single, which means celibate. All this, oh, I'm single and I'm sleeping around with a different nigga every other day and every other week, that ain't single. Okay? No man of value will look at you as a good candidate around during your single stage. All right?
Can I give it to you, show you how you can take it all? Wanna break you off? Could you ever fall in love with a young nigga like myself? And I've been thinking about you, nobody else. And my love is good for you.
All right, so what's good, y'all? Yes, I am still in the bed, okay? I did not feel like getting up and picking out my hair and nothing just to do this little quick video that I had on my mind. So don't be hating. Bear with me, all right? It ain't no different from if I was live, okay? All right, so I wanted to cover real quick the topic. Well, kind of like just a little bit more on the last topic, explain a little bit more as to how I got to this point of thinking and why, even as a top, I prefer to date other tops in the gay lifestyle, and what, like, this also helped me choose men over women ultimately anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cover this real quick. So, based on my last video, a lot of the comments that I got, a lot of people that are receivers of penetration, bottoms and women, they are saying, that's why they call us misogynistic, because it's harsh to put these high expectations on them to not sleep around with many people, even though we're doing it. So, what I got to say to that is, I do feel y'all, because it is something that men enjoy doing, or that we have enjoyed doing. So I see why y'all would want to be like us, but that's the exact reason why we don't respect y'all with that energy, because we. All right, here, this one I'm gonna just say. I'm gonna put it like this: if men all decided, this is why this whole soft guy era little thing is out. It's really a parody, because men are trying to let women know how silly y'all sound. If we was to sit up here and say, okay, as a man, I don't want to provide nothing. I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything for real. I want to just, live off of you. I don't want to be your partner either. I don't want to even go 50-50 on nothing. I want to actually like let you take care of everything as the woman or the bottom, right? I want you to take care of everything. I'm gonna lay on my ass, be lazy, and just because I'm a man around here and I got some good D and everything and I look good and stuff, then I feel like I should be taken care of. Like that's the exact same thing, okay? It's just parallel that y'all are saying when y'all want to be liberated and independent. So if a bunch of men was to come together and say we didn't want to do nothing no more like what men are supposed to do, see, we've been assigned certain roles at sex at birth that people don't agree with. Okay, now I see why a lot of people like to do non-binary and all that because then that alleviates you from expectations and certain things in life, but that could just be a cop out. Okay, when you are a man, there's no such thing as you don't want to work, you don't want to make money, you don't want to be of service to somebody because as a man, if you're not of service, if you're not of use to anybody, you're useless to them and they will deem you as a bum, a scrub, etc. So women, y'all do get to do that though. Okay, even bottoms I've seen get the allotted that opportunity to be able to just chill up, not have to work, not have to, like actually have a soft life because, you know, men do prefer that for real. You know what I'm saying? So that's what equal out is. That's what balancing out in a relationship is. You can't have two equally promiscuous people in different ways. See, men have the ability to be promiscuous, y'all, because all right, I'm gonna put it like this. Y'all need to be mad at the creator, whoever created us, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, because it was pretty much set up for men to be able to do this because let me be real with y'all, men don't get attached or we don't fall in love based off of sex. Now it'll make us, you know, addicted to you, want to own you, want to it'll make us want to possess you. Like good sex with a man. Okay, good sex for men. It'll make us want to possess you. It'll make us want to have you. You know, like own you, be around you all the time. Be addicted to you. But that's not love, though. See, men fall in love for other reasons, and usually it's after lust phase has passed or before lust phase happened or during lust phase and then they find something else because they didn't get to have sex with you. So then they find something else that they fall in love with, or they fall in love based on something else. We don't fall in love as men of tops and straight men. We don't fall in love because you have good sex, okay? That's just not what we are connected with to sex. Sex is a more frivolous, freeloading thing for us. We can literally get a nut off, stick our shit up in somebody, get a nut off, and be good. That's why I be telling y'all, quit thinking that somebody value you because they'll have sex with you. Sex has nothing to do with value, okay? When it comes to men. But we do also know that it's not like that for women and bottoms. We know that y'all do get emotional based on sex, good sex, okay? Or y'all do in the beginning until y'all get numb after doing it so much or being played so much or being done dirty so much. Then y'all become numb to it. And then that's at the stage where we consider y'all a hoe. Okay? I'm just keeping it G with you. That's when we consider you too masculine or a hoe because we do feel like we can do these things and y'all can't because we have been made to where we don't have no connection to sex. We can literally have sex and it don't really do nothing for us. Now maybe for a guy's very first time that might be the case. Okay? Just because it's your first experience, so I feel like everybody might have a bit of attachment because he doesn't know he doesn't know and he's inexperienced and stuff like that. But we're not like in love with you because of it. It's just something that we value a lot in the beginning, okay? But however, men do not fall in love because of sex. However, we do feel like women and bottoms do get emotionally attached because of sex. So if we find that you are not emotionally attached because of sex, that's how we know that you are now numb and you are a hoe. That's when we classify you as that. Like, look, real talk. Men like pick me's, soft softies, emotional, like not emotionally moody, but like we like, you know, empathy, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you being independent, you being liberated, sexually liberated, that is deemed too masculine to us. We don't prefer that. So what y'all have tried to do to make yourselves so, the way that y'all self-loved and everything, like it all created you to be unnecessary because men don't want, a strong backboned person. Like we want somebody who gonna, buckle at the knees to us and all that. Like, I'm just keeping it G with you. Like we like you to get, crazy in love, like how Beyonce was saying, and how like, SWV, I get so weak in the knees, like that type of shit. Like that's what we want. We don't want another person that we're dealing with to be, like just as hardcore and all that, like just as, detached and desensitized and all that. Like we don't want that, bro. Like that's what we're trying to say. Do y'all not get that? Okay, we don't respect or want nobody to be the exact same way that we are in a with a vagina, or using their hole, their asshole, the same way that we use our penises. Y'all act like that's equal, and it's not. We are not equals. Y'all can't do that. If y'all do that, y'all get loose and it wears out, okay? Y'all wear and tear. I'm telling you right now, I done smashed them dudes when they was 18, 19 years old. Okay? They had some good tight shit. Later on, linked up with them. Later on down the line, maybe even 10 years later, around the time when these niggas is 30 years old. And I'm trying to tell you, these niggas feel like a totally different person. Once your ring in your hole has been broken, y'all know what I'm talking about. That second little hole ring down there at the bottom, or at the back of your asshole. When that motherfucker gets loose and that motherfucker breaks like that, nigga, you literally have nothing there no more. Like it feels like you're just sticking down a hallway. Like you don't. I mean, y'all don't understand that. See, women will never be able to understand that because y'all don't have no penis to find out. At least other men can empathize that are versatile and they go and mess with other men and that are bottoms. They can also attest to this, okay? It feels like a totally different person. You feel like you have been worn out, and it don't feel like nothing. And don't no man want to settle down with somebody that they have to think about other things while they smashing you, or they have to, you know, like go ham, like pound you hard just to get somewhere. Like it becomes constructive. The only men that like that is men that don't have nothing to do with you. They cool with you having a loose little hole because they want to be able to get in and get out real quick. They don't want to have to, work for it. They don't want no complications. So they do be cool with y'all being loose. And then y'all think that means something. No, that means that this man is somebody who's not, he don't have no intention with you. So he wants you to be easily fuckable. Because I'm going to tell you right now, any niggas that I fuck with, that I cuff, they're not easily fuckable. It take me 2-3 times to get up inside of them sometime, officially. So this is where I've decided I'd rather just cuff dudes that were a top before me, and then they became my bottom, because that's just what's more comfortable to me, because I know that, like y'all be saying, y'all don't think it's fair that this is how it is. So I don't want no dude who's been a bottom, because I know that he's gonna use his hole like that, like I use my dick, and I don't feel like we're equals, and he does, and that's just a discommunication. I mean, that's a difference of opinion, and they live a certain life that I don't agree with, and there's no point in me dealing with people who I'm gonna judge and who I'm gonna look down on, like straight up. So if I can respect a top more, who's I can look over at like another king, and then he let me top him, then that's something worth actually having, because he's mine. See, that's mine. I'm the only person that's been inside of there. Every time I smash, I can tell because my shit fits like a glove. Like his shit fits like a glove around my dick. All right. So it would like nobody else who's been beat out by other dicks and other dudes, other sizes, other widths, all that. It won't compare to that. Even if it can, even if it can tighten up and get around my shit, it's still just it's a totally different feeling, y'all. When you have actually taken somebody's virginity, you can tell that like that shit belongs to you. Like it's molded to you. Like think of it like a mold. Y'all people who are receivers of penetration, the hole is a mold. So whatever goes in, even if you just stick a finger in it, that hole has now the capacity for a finger. Okay? When you put a whatever size dildo in it, that hole now has the capacity for whatever size dildo you use. So when you fluctuate and use different sizes of penises and stuff, your hole doesn't know how to adapt to nothing and it just gives way. And then now your shit is just a fucking hallway because it just doesn't want to, feel pain and all that. So it just prepares itself for whatever. And then that doesn't feel like nothing. Oh, yeah. And then that brings me to the topic. I'm just going to cover it real quick on here where somebody has said in my comments, they was like, this also pertains to douching. They was like, if y'all haven't noticed, anybody who's experienced, y'all, only the experienced bottoms have to really dish because their hole has been beat out so much that they can have the potential to shit on you or paint you way faster than a dude. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, my dude, because I took his virginity, when I smash him, like he'll be thinking that he gonna be dirty or whatever, and I'll be telling him like, no, you're not, you're good. You know what I'm saying? He don't be knowing that. He be thinking he got a dish and shit, and I'll be telling him like, you don't even have to dish yet. Like you're not like your shit is so tight, bro. You squeeze everything out of you. Like straight dudes and dudes that don't get smashed a lot, they don't have to dish, bro. Everybody thinks that they're gonna be the dirty ones, the dirty booty ones, when really they be having to clean as shit because they literally push everything out of them just because of how tight they are. So they don't even have to dish. Me and my bro was just talking about this. Like, and a lot of people who are not tops, they won't understand this. So that's why it takes for a top to tell y'all, okay? Put y'all up on game as to why we think like this. It's not just some misogynistic, oh, I'm a man thing. It's a y'all, it makes a difference. Okay? The bottoms who get 25 and up who have been taking dick for a while, they have to dish because if they don't, yes, they are going to shit on you because their hole is way open to their intestine. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's already a whole hallway. So they have to dish. They gotta dish, you know what I'm saying? Like straight up. So if you got that good tight shit in the beginning, you don't even have to dish. Dishing doesn't come in until like later, like how tampons for women on their period. Like, yeah, you could take this little tampon now because you ain't no little virgin little hoe no more. Like, but before that, you need to only use the pads. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all, our anatomy is not that much different. It's just in different ways. But a bisexual man could tell you this because I done dealt with both. But like a bottom or a versatile dude may not even want to admit to this because, you know, they probably don't want to, even acknowledge this type of stuff because they want to just normalize everything. But no, dushing for men is because you are loose. Like we feel like we can put a fist down there and you'll be okay with that. Like honestly, the dudes, and then it's also just the emotional submissive standpoint. Dudes that when you stick your dick in them and they don't make no noise, that honestly is a hit to a man's ego. Like you don't like so you don't feel nothing. Like all that just, you just laying there taking the dick and stuff, like that means you just been doing too much. Like when I stick my dick in you, I'm supposed to get a grunt, a ooh, a ah, a hold on, a pushback on the hand or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't no man want no shit that unless he's just trying to fuck you. Like I've been saying, it's gonna keep going back to that. The only men that don't value these things that I'm talking about are men that don't actually have any intentions. That's why a lot of y'all lost. Y'all thinking that it's the opposite and it's not. Okay? So, yes, even though I'm a top, I will only cuff like in a relationship, get into a relationship with somebody who I've only been topping them. That's just my mindset. Other versatile dudes, they do get it. Some other versatile dudes do get it that have morals. They know that, yeah, I'll top when I'm in a hookup culture, but if I bottom, that's something more important, more sacred to me. It holds more value, and I'm not gonna just give that to anybody. Those are the tops that I prefer. That's why I said I preferred verse tops, because yeah, like top everybody else, but give me the cakes. That's what I want. I don't want no bottom who been out here just getting fucked by every single person, and then wants to think that when they get with me that there's supposed to be some value there. Like, even if you got a cool personality and you cool and everything, it's just gonna be kind of like, okay, well, cool, we can be cool, but like, if I can't get that satisfaction of like your mind. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all a hack though. For anybody who has gotten around, let's say you a bottom, you've been getting around, I'm gonna tell you how to get over this though, or get past this for a good dude. Personally, I don't care about nobody's body count as long as their spirit and their mindset is clean and healthy. And when I say clean and healthy, I'm not talking about fresh palate, like I said on the last video, where you have to be, fresh out the box like a fresh new pair of shoes. Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you have gotten throughout this world, you've learned a lot, you've overcome a lot, you have actually dealt with self reflecting, healing from your traumas, your childhood traumas, and your relationship traumas, not just one or the other. Okay. If you actually have cleansed yourself, went to therapy, you have really actually turned over a new leaf in a new person. Okay. I think what's best for you to go ahead, be celibate for a minute. You need at least to be celibate for like a 6 months to a year. And this isn't just for bottoms. This is for tops, versatile dudes, bottoms. Anybody in this culture, in the gay culture, needs to know, needs to practice celibacy for 6 months to a year. You need to know that you can go without sex, okay? All right. And the reason why I say that is because you need to alleviate the sex addiction before you really get in a serious relationship, because a lot of us, we acquire a sex addiction in this lifestyle regardless of what position you're in, okay? But specifically for bottoms and stuff, the reason why I'm saying this is because I am saying a whole lot about what y'all body count and all this other stuff. So just to be fair to y'all and just to be keeping it 100 with y'all, one advantage that y'all can have is if y'all do all that stuff I just said, check off all that, deal with yourselves, turn over a new leaf to where you're a new person. Like, basically, you got to phase over into a whole nother person, of another version of yourself, a more mature, evolved version of yourself. And then when you're celibate for that certain amount of time, you'll have a whole lot of spiritual awakenings, a whole bunch of growth that you're gonna go through that you can't even imagine, right? Then after that, if you meet somebody and it's something serious, now I feel like you will still be a good candidate and still be valuable. Like, that's restoring your value a bit. Now, you may never get to where you were in the beginning, because before you're damaged, that's when you're really at your purest. But this is how you'll become a more evolved, fixed version that's even better, possibly, than you being fresh out the box. Because now you're experienced, you've actually dealt with a lot of issues that a lot of other people haven't, which puts you above emotionally. Emotional maturity is very important and more valuable than even the body count thing. All right. So if a man will still find you as very much so valuable if you've gotten all that done. What I'm saying is, if you think you getting ready to come around as a bottom and you got all this trauma from all these other dudes, and then I'm supposed to deal with all that and with a loose hole, that's just not going down. All right. You need to repair and restore. All right. Real talk. Like, it's recovery around this motherfucker is what a lot of y'all need to do. Y'all need to sit back, be to yourselves, focus on yourselves, and actually be single, which means celibate. All this, oh, I'm single and I'm sleeping around with a different nigga every other day and every other week, that ain't single. Okay? No man of value will look at you as a good candidate hoeing around during your single stage. All right? All this, oh, I need dick, oh, it's been a while since I had some dick, that's why I got an attitude, all this other shit, those are hoes, bro. Nobody wants those because they're liable to cheat easily. They think the relationship is based on sex and the compatibility is based on sex. All right. Can't deal with one of them. I don't want no nigga who craves dick. I want a nigga who don't mind taking some dick for me, who wants to give me some ass, but I don't ever want no nigga who needs to get some dick. All right. So I'd rather fuck with a nigga who be like, yeah, I'll smash on all these other on all these bitches and all these niggas and shit, but then you the only one that's fucking me. That's what I like. Because that way I also know, like, okay, he ain't been, he ain't been getting fucked out like that, because I don't hold nobody to the high standard that they can actually be like celibate as a bottom and shit while they're single. I feel like bottoms while they're single, they think that they can go around sleep around with whoever they want to because they're single, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm not with nobody, so it doesn't matter. How you gonna tell me what I could do? Oh, we ain't in a relationship, we ain't exclusive, so how you gonna tell me what I could do? If I can't tell you what to do, then I don't want to fuck with you. And that's what most men's mindsets is too. They just not gonna keep it this real because they know what they're gonna get. They know what kind of flack they're gonna get. But Say So TV is about spitting that real shit regardless. All right. If you can't act like you are in a relationship with somebody while the talking phase is going and be exclusive to them, then there's no point of getting exclusive with you then. Cause what's really gonna change, bro? Like, let's just be real. It's not about no title. It's about how you feel towards somebody. When you actually want to get to know somebody, all that shit will automatically stop. It doesn't matter what the title is. All right. So because I don't believe nobody can actually be celibate and actually like single and celibate, finding themselves, working on themselves, dealing with their issues and stuff. I feel like everybody's just escaping, wants to throw shit up under the rug, ignore their issues and all that. So therefore, I don't want to deal with no bottom. You know what I'm saying? So I've never actually been in a relationship with no bottom. Yes, I'll smash them. Okay, like I didn't say, men, we will smash a whole bunch of shit we won't cuff, that we won't get no relationship with. That is not a flex. Okay? Being somebody like a top and being able to say that I done smashed on this person, that person, that's a flex, because if these people want to let you inside them and they don't have no entitlement to you or no care about it, then that's on their ass. But as a bottom, to say that, oh, all these different niggas that been inside of you, there's no flex about that. Just because tops do it, women saying that, just because men do it, that's not a flex. You will never be able to be like us and say, oh yeah, I'll let all these niggas fuck me and that was cute. It'll never be cute. Okay? Y'all can never get on no track and say, oh, I didn't fuck with all these different niggas and that was cute. The only people that thought that that shit was cool, that bought that shit and listened to that shit, was people who relate to you and people who are also not shit. Remember, when you cater to certain demographics, you were catering to that specific type of person. So that means that they were already out here. You didn't convince nobody on nothing. These people are already out here and they just waiting for somebody to put something out that they can relate to. And then yes, brainwashing the other ones who aren't, because people who can't deal with being the minority, they always want to be a follower and have to be like everybody else. So then that's why most people do end up jumping on them bandwagons. But see, I know that a bottom is way more susceptible to that. I'm not saying every single bottom's the same and every woman's the same. I know a lot of y'all do value yourselves. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the ones who think that they can do exactly what tops do, or women who think that they can do exactly what straight men do, and it doesn't devalue them and it doesn't make no difference because we did it so they can do it too. I'm trying to tell you, y'all not equal to us. You can't be. You have a vagina or you are getting penetrated. It's nowhere in the same comparison. And like I said, be mad at the creator. He made it to where we don't if we were supposed to be like y'all, we would also, every time we stuck our dick in somebody, we would go through emotional shit. When you let somebody inside of you, That is deep. And if it's not deep, then that means you're detached, desensitized, which also means you're a hoe. Okay? I don't know what else to say about this one, how else to put it. But yeah, this is another reason why I chose to get to deal with men because I don't like hoes. This new world is a hoe culture. Everything in this world, this new era we're in, promotes hoe culture and normalizes it. So I knew that the only chances I had to settle down was to either get a church girl that literally faithful to but I don't want no religious woman because I'm bisexual, you know what I'm saying? So it has to be somebody who value themselves just on GP, which that's very rare. Okay? Because most of y'all learn y'all's value based on religion when religion don't have nothing to do with value. With self value and self moral and morality and stuff, that has nothing to do with religion. Okay? So I felt like my chances with women was gonna be slim. Like that's why most of these straight men is complaining now because of how they all some hoes and they just be wanting a sponsor and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that that was gonna be a doozy for me. Plus, a lot of women don't want to deal with no bisexual man. So I was like, okay, well, it's most likely not gonna happen with no woman because I don't want nobody who get penetrated a lot and then want to settle down with me, or I'm just not dealing with that. Okay, and then cause see, my three preferences are women, cis men, meaning, uh, you know, men who identify as men, and then also trans men. I have been interested in trans men as well. So those are my three preferences. All right. So with women, I told y'all how that went down, and then with trans men, there's just not enough of them. They like they like unicorns. There's not enough of them. So I've come across a few of them, but like I told y'all, the one that I did come across that I was really fucking with had a girlfriend, and they were supposed to be like the stud in the relationship, even though that they was trans or whatever. So it was just complicated, and like she was sleeping with me on the DL, and all, or he was sleeping with me on DL. I called him still she because I'm bisexual. So I feel like if I'm penetrating a vagina, then that's a vagina, that's a woman. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole other topic. All right, which is probably another reason why it wouldn't work with a trans man because I wouldn't really look at them like a man at the end of the day. I could probably grow to that though if I had more experience with that, but I haven't had enough experience with that. And so yeah, then it got down to men. And so men, I could tell easily that they were all a bunch of hoes as well. And so the only way, and then I always like the more masculine ones anyway. And then the ones that I'm always attracted to, for some reason, mysteriously, they are always like modest and like to themselves, and they don't like really like they not really like they don't sleep around like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and if they do, they're a top. So I kind of internalize tops as high value bottoms because once I top them, like it doesn't matter if he has smashed 30 dudes or like okay, let's say bisexual like my dude now. It doesn't matter that he didn't smash 15 dudes, 30 women before me, right? To me, he's still a virgin when I'm the only one that's been inside of him. So I do feel like it's normal for men to I'm not just saying just for me. I'm saying I feel like it is normal for men to sleep around with different people with their penis. But when it comes to their whole, I feel like it would be more valued and they gonna treat you better as well. They treat me better than they treated all their bottoms and the women that they was with because they put me on a higher value because I've gotten a part of them that they've never experienced and that this is something that they actually value even if it is just a manhood thing or whatever. They know that like they shared something special with me as opposed to just being another dude that they didn't smash. Like we don't care about that. That's another reason why I chose to deal with tops that turn into my bottom because they are just better when it comes to like they're not all screwed up mentally. They haven't been ran through like emotionally, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm the first person that gets the softness. I'm the first person that gets the, that new fresh car smell, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I could tell that even though they have experience, which is a better than a person who was a real virgin, because they have experience, they have been having sex, they have been having their fun, so they ain't missing out on nothing. So me cuffing them doesn't, I don't have to worry about, oh, because you a virgin, you gonna go off here and want to sleep with all these other people here in a minute because I done gave you some good dick. Now you're gonna be curious about other good dick. See, when you deal with somebody like a top who's not used to doing that, when they do it with you, they feel like that's something between y'all. So it's way more important. Like a top or straight dude, regardless, you know what I'm saying? They feel like it's way more like something of importance, of value to them. So it's not just about what I consider valuable. They also consider this more valuable. A bottom that done been taught by so many dudes, you come behind him and you try to cuff him and treat him right and everything, he might be receptive to it. But let's be real. Nigga, there's been 20 other of you. You're not that fucking important. He can leave your ass so quick, go get him another one because he been doing that. Like I said, repetition is the biggest guaranteer. So if a dude been sleeping with women and been topping men, or if he been sleeping with women mostly, this is why I say it's good for bisexual, you to date bisexual men, any of us, because if they been messing with women mostly, and women are a little bit more, you got to work a little harder to get some pussy. You got to do a little bit more over there than you got to do over here. So they actually put more effort in over here too because they're used to doing that. So it's like, and then they're not addicted to sex like that. And if they are, well, now you done opened up a whole nother realm when you top them, because they was addicted to sex with their penis, but now they ain't getting fucked. Well, that's new to them. So you get them to like that, and then now you got them in a whole different realm of something that you didn't show them something new that they like, and now I don't know, y'all. Like, y'all get where I'm going with this. It's really just more so, I people who get penetrated a lot, they get desensitized. Their emotions are not really that attached. They have ability to do some of the most hurtful stuff because, see, they've been through emotional trauma and shit that tops never will go through. You know, even though it hurts us a lot, I just feel like a whole nother can of whoop ass is available when you're bottoming for everything: emotions, heartbreak, physical, like diseases, everything. Like, you're just way more high risk, way more susceptible, way more all that. And here's another good thing about it, that even though I don't want it to happen, if they were to cheat on you, or to if a nigga was to cheat on me that I've been topping only, he would go off and fuck somebody. He's not gonna go off and get topped. So it makes it more trustworthy. Like, if you get a bisexual dude that been topping hella women, and then he lets you fuck, he's gonna go top other women if he goes cheats, or top other dudes if he goes cheats. He's not gonna go get fucked 9 times out of 10, unless he's thirsty and got curious about it because what y'all did, or unless y'all break up or something, you do him dirty. You do this nigga dirty, then he'll go off and give his ass up to somebody else type shit. But I'm trying to tell you, you treat a nigga right, that is dominant and used to giving his shit up, like is used to fucking other people and not getting fucked, he's gonna value it more, because then he'll start to see like, oh shit, now I see what everybody be feeling like when I be fucking them and they be always on my nuts and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it opens up a more respectable. I'm a king, okay? I gotta be treated like a king. I can't be treated like another nigga, another number, and like whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I do prefer to be treated like a king. And one of the best ways is to be one of the only ones that they've experienced something so meaningful with. All right, I'll just put it that way. So yeah, y'all. That's it for this one. I'm about to get up, get my day started. Don't judge me on this video with my body, bro. I had to do it. All right. Yeah, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. Baby, how much I really take.